Okay. Good morning. Hi, Tan, George Park, George Realty. I hope you had a nice weekend. And for those who came to the Friday mix-up party, I thank you so much. And we have such a good time, good food, good company, and good chats. It was wonderful. And for those who missed this party, there's always another one, 3 months from now, because we will try to get one in every quarter. So hopefully next time you will make it. And also, if you want to see all the pictures, nice pictures, and we took in the party, you can go to the website, and you can even download it and keep it for yourself. So there's a lot of nice pictures there. So and I hope that you find it kind of memorable, I should say. And as you know, that the Fed has reduced the interest rate by 25 percentage point, and that's a good news for everybody, especially for our real estate housing market. And you will already get a very immediate effect. The mortgage rate has dropped, almost 0.6%, and that spurred a lot of refinancing and a lot more activities in the housing market. So that's a good news. And hopefully they will have another 25 percentage point drop in the next couple of months, and that will even help our real estate market further. So hey, this is the last 2 months of the year where we can really bring it in and make a difference. So okay, so don't give up, and we still have a solid 2 months to go. Okay, so if you need any help in farming, marketing, or getting leads, Michelle and I and all the affiliates are here to help you. Okay, so don't be shy and don't be a secret agent either. Okay. All right. With that, I would like to start the meeting by introducing all the affiliates. And Maria Howard's going to be our affiliate spotlight today. So
英语拿的不少。
defer
最多现在别的都少了。
and so let's start with John Wax. John, good morning. How are you today?
I'm good, and thank you again for a wonderful party.
What happened? You're mute.
I said it was great seeing
他这几
everyone.
天长得
Sorry
不
about
好，
that.
别的都在。
It was
Kathy,
great seeing one.
Kathy,
Thank
can
you for a
you mute
wonderful
yourself?
party. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we got you.
It was great seeing everyone, meeting some new people, and seeing some people we haven't seen for a while. It was a wonderful party, and thank you for doing that. Thank you for allowing me to be here on your Zoom meetings. Right now, it's time to push, guys. You got about a little over 2 months, maybe, to get the business. You've got to touch as many people, reach out, call them, text them, see how they're doing, see where they are in the market, see if they have any questions, because you guys are the professionals and you're the ones who can answer their questions. With market rates dropping, it's a great time to tell them about it and let them know that, hey, it's not going to be a better time to buy or sell real estate. As far as the NHDs go, order them up front, get the premium report. You guys do get a special price, and make sure you take advantage of all the tools that we have. We have a blog page at the bottom of our website, which gives you tools that you can share with your clientele, and letting them know that you're concerned about the natural hazard disclosures, like what is the difference between the California Fair Plane and regular insurance? How do you protect your home from wildfire? How to protect your home from flood? All those articles are there, and they're usable, and you can download them and share them with your database. It's very important to show them that you know what's going on. You're tied in with the people that know what's going on. Remember, we're the only one with the free flood zone report for rentals. And we do have a property tax estimator right at the top of our page. It mirrors the assessor. And in seconds, you can find out what supplemental taxes are. And Peter's right. Don't be a sacred agent. Wear your badges. Have cards, pens, appropriate documents with you. because you never know where the next deal is coming from. Thank you again for your business, and let's have a great, great beginning of autumn.
Oh, thank you, John. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Well said. Well said. Thank you very much.
Sorry, guys,
Sandy,
I've got to
go
try to
ahead. You're
pull
next.
something up.
Sandy Franco from First American Home Warranty.
Good morning, High 10 George Realty, your first Eagle here. John's right. Finish the year strong. If you don't do it, someone else is going to get the orders. So every affiliate here has tools for you. Okay, we all have different ones. Use what fits best for your image that you're putting out in the market. And if you don't go out there, you're not going to get the deals. You have to do it. You have to push yourself, get a little uncomfortable if you haven't done it in a while, and just push so that next year is a good year and this year ends strong. Even though I'm not in town, Angie has all of my door hangers. She has everything. She'd love to get them out of her garage now. So all you do is call, text, or email me, Angie or Brandon. The Eagles have got you covered. So have a great day and a great week. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you so much. Okay, next we have Angie Tang from First American Title. Angie.
Thank you, Peter. Hi, everyone. Hi, High 10. Great seeing everybody that was there on Friday. I have appointment books. It's time to start scheduling out appointments for this quarter. This quarter for first quarter, because what you start doing now, fourth quarter, is going to evolve into your first quarter. So it's very important. It's very vital that you actually start doing your farms now. It's the best time to do it because it's holidays. There's always something to talk about during the holidays, whether it be your family Christmas cards or holiday cards or your touches for Halloween. And you've got all these different holidays to go to start generating business fourth quarter so that it'll start moving into first quarter. So it's vital that you start working on your farm now. We have all the tools for you. Sandy has all the stuff she's given me. So if you need door knocking stuff, we have them. Also, if you need those appointment books, I have them also, and also the desk calendar. So we're all ready to rock and roll at First American. We're just waiting for you. Angie Tang, First American Title. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you very much, Angie, and thank you for coming to us last week to give the highlight on your RE Ignite. And I have to say that your application is very, very good, very nice, very easy to use, and I would encourage everybody to call. If you haven't used it, call Angie and she'll set it up for you. Okay? Thank you, Angie.
Thank you. And it's free, guys.
And it's free, yeah. Exactly. Okay, next we have Brendan Swansky from First American also, yeah.
Thanks,
Brendan.
Peter. The third eagle. We're here to protect your nest. Flying in. The third eagle has landed. So real quick. I definitely ditto everything Sandy and Angie said, but the other thing that I was going to mention is when it comes to the content that you're providing to your clients, I talked about this in the meeting this week. So for those of you who were in the meeting, this is definitely something that you guys have heard. But when it comes to all the stuff that we provide you, there's so much information that you can be putting out there. And what they say is it takes 18 to 14 touches. So I suggest that you really just provide everything that the affiliates that we have and go through the process, right? Because a lot of people don't really understand and don't understand what title is, what NHD is, what home warranty is, what every aspect of it. And the more that you're able to educate your clients and educate them what the process is, the more you're going to have eyeballs on your content. You're going to have people looking at what are you talking about when it comes to Instagram, TikTok, all the big real estate agents that are using that heavily. They're educating. They're using it as a way to educate. And the more eyeballs they get on their videos and the more content they provide, the more people are willing to reach out and ask them questions. And that's just like if you're door knocking, sending emails, calling your sphere, anything that you're doing, the more you can educate them on all aspects of real estate, not just what's the market, but what the process is about, that's where you're going to win them over. Because at the end of the day, when you are the local expert, you are the local area expert, and you're there to provide the information, they're going to come to you not only for what's going on with the market, but how do I sell a house, right? What am I supposed to be looking for? And then the other things too is the multiply effect. So I mentioned this that I had been at a Thanksgiving party and talked to an agent who was able to help my family to sell their house, sell my parents' house, buy a house, help my sister find a condo, help her sell the condo and rent. So all those transactions can come from one conversation, and then it's the cousins, right? It's everybody else that they know. That's where you use their sphere to help you to get even more business. So use us. We're here to help you. We're here to help you grow your business. Thanks, everyone. Have a fantastic day.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you
Yep.
very much. You're always so supportive. Appreciate that. Okay. Next we have Unita Wolf, 13-month warranty. Unita, good morning.
Thank you, Peter. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Cobo Banker. High 10. I get used to with the Cobo Banker. It's a high 10. Hi, everyone. You need a Woo 13 months home warranty always. We're here to help you guys. If you guys do need any of those marketing material, door hangers, flyers, holder, whatever you guys need, please reach out to me directly. I do have an English brochure, Chinese Mandarin brochure that you could be able to help you and your client. And also, when you purchasing the home warranty, please let me know as well so I could be able to order the item correctly for you. Because sometimes like there is a pool and spa, or maybe the buyer requesting certain item like roof leak repair. We want to make sure the order is correct so we could be able to send you back the invoice with the correct information. We're here to help you guys, and thank you again. A happy fall, and excited to be part of your team. Thank you again.
Thank you, Unita.
Thank you.
I don't think I saw you in a mixer party.
No, I apologize. I wasn't be able to be there because my daughter actually just turned 16 and she had a passport appointment for some time already, and I cannot cancel that passport appointment because she's becoming adult that changed that passport. So maybe next time. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, next time. You always next time.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, I think, do we have anybody in the training room? Michelle?
No,
Phyllis?
I'm having a little bit of a technical thing on Maria's pictures. So let me work that out real quick.
Okay.
And then can we circle back? I'll have one of the guys here help me.
Okay, so you're not ready for Maria yet?
No, I've got to get her pictures.
Oh, okay. Okay. In that case, let me see what we can do. Well, I have a couple announcements.
It's okay. It's okay, Peter. We can proceed. I'll let
You
her work
proceed?
on it. They're just photos of my family.
Oh,
I don't want to hold up the meeting or your because I know time is precious in getting everything done. So I'm Maria Howard with Our Public Home Protection. I've been in the industry. Gosh, I'm coming in October 16th. I will be 44 years in the real estate industry, and I am coming up on 9 years, October 10th, with Our Public Home Protection. Being in the real estate business, which my takeaway is just the relationships I built over the years. I have met some incredible people that have turned out to be long-term friends. And I think to me, that's more than business itself. It's not always about the transaction. It's not always about the goals or the metrics or the marks. I think when you enrich and surround yourself with people that are in your corner and that you can recount on them as true friends, to me, that is much richer than the zeros in your bank account. So I'm very blessed to have that circle of friendships and family, and equal well as the Old Republic. My team internally supports me so that I can shine out in the field. When there's service claims, my assistant inside, she follows up with the calls, directly to the homeowner, to the agent. And I get actually responses from people say, wow, you actually called me back and you followed up and you did this and you did that. So we make it a point to go above and beyond. One of the things that I also like about Old Republic is just the mantra they have, people helping people. And we truly do that. We help people a lot. I don't always necessarily get everyone's business, but that's okay. I'm not offended if you choose someone else, but I want you to know that I am a reliable resource for questions or concerns you may have. Now, when you're choosing a home warranty company, it's very important you choose a company that is compliant. As closing companies like First American and myself, we are closing company services. Therefore, we are extremely compliant. We will not do anything that is, how do you say, in the gray area. We stay in the black and white portion of our coverages. Not everybody's the same. Make sure you look at those plans, make sure what are the limitations, and work with a rep that's going to call you back and follow up with you. That's really important. You know, I used to be a First American. Brandon's the new me, in case you all didn't know. But, you know, we're both reliable companies. We are here. I love these people. I consider them my friends, not my competitors. And we look out for each other. And that is the beauty about being in this type of business, that you can still look out for your fellow man and not look at it as gain. I have a large family. We just celebrated my husband's 60th birthday. We are very blessed that he's still here after having a motorcycle accident 2.5 years ago with 7 surgeries and literally for 17 months of recovery. It was a very, very tough time for our family. But the beauty is that we're still blessed that he's still here. I have a beautiful daughter and my son-in-law that both live in St. George, Utah. My son-in-law is an associate pastor with Calvary Chapel of St. George. There, my daughter is a worship lead singer on stage. She is blessed with an amazing voice, and they blessed me with the most amazing grandson, Enzo. And if you are on Facebook friends with me, you have seen my posts of my little man. I love him to pieces. He wears me out. I was telling Peter earlier, being a grandma is awesome, but when they go home, I'm recovering on my bed. So, anyways, I just really appreciate you all having me here. I'm sorry I missed the party on Friday, but I'm looking for the next one. You all have an amazing day, and I'm just blessed to have such wonderful love from so many of you. I feel blessed. Thank you so much. God bless everybody.
All right. Thank you, Maria. Nice to hear that you have such a wonderful life. And yeah, you're coupled with a lot of events in the life, and that's very good. That's upon God's grace, you know. So that's good. All right. All right. Michelle, do we have anybody in the training room?
No.
Okay. Do we have any more affiliates that came in late that you want to speak at this time? Please speak up. Okay. If not, and we'll go on with the meeting. And I do have a couple announcements to make. As I mentioned, the photos from the mixes will be available in our the company website, and you can download them and choose them as you please. Okay, and also there will be no lunch and learn this Wednesday because we had two consecutive ones last 2 weeks. So this Wednesday will be dark as far as lunch and learn is concerned. However, this Friday, I think Annie Cho, right, Michelle,
Yes.
is going to talk to us about the from Top Escrow will train us in more detail about how to deal with the federal reporting requirement by FinCEN, which I mentioned briefly last week. She's going into more detail of how to comply with the rules and regulations. And it should be pretty informational and educational because, you know, I think you should be aware of that the penalty for not complying is very stiff. You know, a lot of you're talking about over $10,000 or even you know criminal prosecutions. So it's better to abide by it and know what's going on. Okay, so this Friday at 1 o'clock with Annie Cho. All right. Any more announcement that you're aware of, Michelle?
No,
No? Then if not, then I would like you to present what's going on with our company's listing and sales.
Okay. So we'll go over the new escrows this week. We have 12214 Garvey Avenue in El Monte. It's a commercial. The selling agent is Vei Ho. It's 1.450. 168 South Monterey in Alhambra. Excuse me, 860. Nina Shu is the listing agent. It's a condominium. 143 East Avenue, number 43 in LA. It's a condo. Listing agents Cindy and Cody, 710,000. 419 North Chandler Avenue, Monterey Park. Nina and Tatiana sold that condo, 690. 610 2nd Avenue, number C, Arcadia, 1.3 million. Listing and selling agent is Gary Lee. 419 North Chandler Avenue, Monterey Park, 715,000. Sold and listed by Nina and Tatiana. 168 Monterey Street, excuse me, listing agents Nina and Tatiana, 723,975. The new listings for this week are 12022 Loitona Court in Fontana. That's Alden Lai, 699,000 residential. 273 South Aurora Drive, San Gabriel. That is a lease by Christine Finn for $34.50 a month in San Gabriel. 105 North El Molino, number E in Alhambra. Cody Wu listed a condo at 768,000. Pacific Palisades on, I think it says Cartilla. It is land. That is a listing by Richard Wang at 1.880. 117 OK Drive in Arcadia, listed by Eric Toe for 1.488. 419 North Chandler Avenue, listed by Nina and Tatiana for $715 a condo. And the closed for this week, 735 Arcadia Avenue. Sharon Chow leased a unit there. It's a condominium. 757 North Orange Avenue. Nick Nguyen sold that at 790,000 residential. 419 North Chandler, 680. Nina and Tatiana, that was a condo sale. 1168 Cassidy Lane in South El Monte, sold by, that was Richard Wang's listing. He's a selling agent, 799,000 residential. And lastly, but not least, 15221 Glen Hill Hacienda Heights, listing agents sold by an outside broker, Shumay and Harrison Cam, 1.745. That's a great week. Thank you all so much. Very good.
Yeah,
Yay.
thank you, Michelle. Yeah, our activities are picking up, and the morale is picking up too. So if you want to mingle with our agent here, welcome to come to their office, and we have a lot of resources for you and a lot of support for you. And as you know that Michelle and I are available to you almost 24/7, you know.
Yeah.
And when you call, then we are here to answer. Okay, so make sure that you use our resources and be mingling with your colleagues. Okay, at this point, are there any additional listing or sales that we missed that you want to share, or is there any reduction in price that you want to pitch also? So, anybody want to speak? Or anyone who want to share the thrill of victory and agony of defeat? No? Kind of quiet today. What happened?
Party on Friday.
What? Carlos?
Party on
Did I hear
Friday.
Carlos speaking?
He said too much party.
Too much.
Freedom for Friday.
You want to say anything, Jimmy?
I said we're probably just recuperating from Friday.
Oh, really? Huh? Wow. Actually, we didn't drink at all, you know. We
No.
didn't
didn't stay
have any
late.
liquor, so
No.
you shouldn't have any hangover.
No. Just hangover for having too much fun.
So, okay, good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was a good party, you know, everybody enjoyed it. So, if there's no other sharing from the agents or friends, then I will do my, you know, weekly presentation today. Let me share the screen. Okay, I want to share with you what the car has forecast for the next year, you know, the housing market for 2026, because this is the end of the third quarter already, and usually in the beginning of the fourth quarter, they will have a little bit of forecast for next year. So I want to share with you, and of course, this is not for sure to happen, but that's usually pretty accurate because the California Association Realtors have a good data, and they have a good they monitor the housing market all year long, and they have a very good economist working on this matter. So I hope that will help you. And so let's see what's going on. Okay. Now the home sale for 2026 is projected to increase by 2% to 274,400 units. Now it is we in the 2025 we have a little bit of an anemic year. We only had you know we actually have a 0.1% lower compared to 2024. But beginning from next year, the home sale is coming back, and of course there will be still some challenges, but then it will be slowly coming back with a projected 2% increase for next year. So that's a little bit of improvement. I hope that will help a lot of us. The home price though is kind of still stubbornly high, and I'm sure that you heard a lot of news about the other part of the countries, where like the Florida, Louisiana, and you know, even in Las Vegas, the prices are dropping, but not in California, you know, because California has a really 1.5 million household shortage. In other words, they are demanding. I mean, they need some place to live, and that's still 1.5 units shortage. So that's why the medium home price is still very stubbornly high. Now they took a little break in 2025. They only have about 1% increase, but starting from next year, they're projecting a 3.6% increase, which is in line with inflation. The inflation is right now is about 3%. So they are keeping pace with the inflation. So in other words, the real estate is still a good hedge for inflation. So next year we'll be back to pretty robust year with 3.6% increase. And so the home price, medium home price will be 905,000 probably in 2026. As I said, the home price according to the California Association of Realtors, the home price will not decrease. If you're looking for decrease in the home price in California, I think you'll be disappointed. So that is always not you know, a best time to buy the home. But if you're looking for the reduction in price in order to buy your dream homes, then you're mistaken. You know, educate your clients that the home price is not going to decrease. It will slow down in the pace a little bit, like in 2025. It's only 1% increase over 2024. but starting from next year, it will come back and increase moderately from now on. So that's if you have a client who wants to buy, tell them that hey, since the mortgage has come down a little bit already, and then the markets turn out to be a little bit more favorable for the buyer, this is time to buy. Don't wait until the bottom price. You can never find the bottom. Okay, if you are realistically, you want to buy when it's a little bit going up instead of looking for the bottom. And the GDP is slowing down a little bit, not by much, but will slow down to 1% in 2026. And employment will increase a little bit from 5.6 to 5.8. And then the non-farm jobs will grow by like 0.3%. So it's not a whole lot of a difference and changes for GDP, and the economy is still a little bit challenging by all means, but it's not that recession that we are that most of the people are talking about. So hopefully we can avoid the recession and have a soft landing. The inflation is doing okay. Is hovering at 2.8 to 3.0, and in I think in 2026 they would be bouncing back to about 3.0% next year. And the interest rate, the mortgage interest rate will go slightly a little bit of lower, and then they'll bounce back to a level 6.6, and then they'll go lower again for next year. So eventually it will go down to like 6.0 in 2026, and although the interest rate is still higher than 2-3 years ago, but this is probably the optimal interest rate that the Fed is looking for. So 6.0 is not too bad. Hopefully by the end of 2026 it will stabilize to 6.0 or even 5.5. That's what we're hoping for. And if this comes to 5.5, that's pretty good. And we can never expect it to back to 3.0 or even 3.5, because this is the very historically low, and I don't think that we'll ever go back to 3.0 interest rate. Okay, the housing supply is going up too, and so because of the situations that the sellers are now more willing to sell their houses, and because of the interest rate, or because a lot of factors, the recession is coming to tighten their budgets, and so sometimes they want to have the equity out instead of by selling their homes. So they have more housing supply, and the mortgage rate is more favorable, so the buyers are more willing to buy. So we're going to have more transactions next year. So just a short recap. So essentially, the housing sales will increase by 2% to 274,400 units in 2026, and the median home price will increase by 3.6% to 905,000 in 2026. And then the housing affordability will inch up to 18% for next year. Right now it's about 17%. So next year will be a little bit more affordable because of the low in mortgage rate, and so that you know that will be a little bit better. And not a whole lot. It's only 1 percentage point difference, but I think that that will give a little bit of a lift of spirit for the buyers. Okay, so we are looking at the summarized slide. You can see that the single family residence resale has been going down, but then it will bounce up in 2026 from 269,000 to 274,000 with the percentage change of 2%. And if you're looking at the median price, you can look at that. It's all increasing every year, no exception. Every year from 592,000 in 2029 to 905,000 in 2026. So you can see that real estate is always appreciating, and no exceptions. In the last 20 years, the average return for real estate is like 12%. It's even better than the stock market. Better than the return from stock. The return from stock is about 9 to 10%, but for real estate it's like 12%. And no doubt this is a good vehicle to hedge the inflation. So real estate is always a good investment. So you can see that from 2025 to 2026, there will be 3.6% increase in the median price. And then you can see the housing affordability, and unfortunately, it has been going down and down, and now is 17%. It's going to inch up a little bit in 2026, but not by much, to 18%. And also then the rate will be, you can see that the last 4 years, the interest rate has been hovering at between 6% to 7%, and eventually that it will settle down to 6% in 2026, which is encouraging. So for the housing market. Now, as for the current housing market, as you know that the mortgage rate has dropped by 0.6%, and so that caused this demand spikes 58%. So a lot of people are refinancing now, especially for the commercial real estate where they have the adjustable rate. They now see the little bit of window to get affordable financing. I wouldn't say that it's really affordable, but then it's much better than the prime plus one, where prime was at 7.5, and then for commercial, prime plus one is 8.5%. Okay, and it's not something to sneeze about, because for the commercial real estate, if you don't have the income to cover the mortgage payment, nobody's going to buy. Right now, nobody's buying the apartment units where they are selling for 4.5 cap. Because if they can get a 4.25% interest from the TCD in the bank, why should they invest in apartments where they can only get 4.5% return? There's a lot of headache, a lot of uncertainty, except that you may, count on the appreciation. But hey, if they can, it's not too much different from putting the money in a bank and buying an apartment. They're not going to buy the apartment. So okay, so that's the reality. And the mortgage rate, as I said, it will keep on going down a little bit, because the Fed rate has been reduced 25 percentage point last week, and then they are thinking of another 25 percentage point in a couple of months, and hopefully and they will do another 25 percentage point in December. So that's what we are crossing our fingers, and hopefully that will do. But we'll see, and we'll see the economy. If the economy still going in that downward direction, then the Fed may consider reducing more interest rate more. Okay, all right, and I should. You may not believe it, the Americans are still spending, although they know that the recession is coming, or there's a possibility of recession, and yet they're still spending. And you know why they're spending, and how they get the money from spending is they increase the credit card debt, which is not good because credit card funding is very expensive. They carry interest rates of about 22%, and you get too much of a burden by those debts. That's not good. It's very stressful. So I don't advise you to borrow from credit cards in order to spend. You should budget yourself, and you have to spend prudently. Okay. But nevertheless, the statistics show that the Americans are still spending. That's why the economy still seem to be acceptable, but it's not going to last too long if they can continue to be based on the credit card funds. And the U.S. the builder in the national level, they are retreating. In other words, they are not building as many units as before because of the expensive material and expensive labor. Both of them are much higher because of the tariff and because of the crackdown on the illegal aliens, and the labor job is shorted. A lot of shortage because nobody nobody want to work as hard anymore, and also the cheap labor that we can get from the illegal aliens some kind of evaporated overnight, and so the labor is getting much more expensive, and also because of the tariff, the material is getting very expensive. And nowadays, if you want to build a custom home, how much it's going to cost you? It's going to cost you $600 per square foot and up. It depends how good custom home you want to build. And about 9 years ago, when I built my own house, it was only $250 per square foot. That's over 50% increase, over 100% increase on the buildings of building new homes. So that's why the builders are retreating, and they are not building as many. That will put the upward pressure on the price of the existing homes, and the average home in California, especially when there's a lot of shortage, is going to the prices keep going up, and so well, hopefully the picture will change, but right now the developer are not willing to build too many houses, including our big boss James Chow, and he used to develop a lot of projects, but now that he's slowing down because of the reason that I mentioned, increase in the material and increase in the labor costs. So hopefully situation will get better as we go into 2026. Okay, so that's all I have to share with you regarding the forecast and also the current housing market. So is there any questions so far? Anybody want to comment on what I have just said? If you don't agree with what what California Association of Realtors had predicted. Any comments at all? We still have
I know my sister, Pete, I just wanted to say something. I know that my sister's building an ADU. Actually, she's not even building, she's converting a garage into an ADU.
yeah,
And it's gonna cost her a lot of money too, with the materials and all that. So
yeah.
it is pretty tough right now. And
Yeah.
yeah, and another thing with people spending, yeah, you know, American people, they don't care. We don't get deterred. We just keep spending. Now that we have Amazon Prime and stuff like that, especially with the younger people, concerts and stuff like that, they're
Yeah.
always going to be spending, you know? Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
And if you want to borrow from credit card to finance your spending, you better watch out. You know, sooner or later you get in trouble.
Gonna
And you
bite 'em in the
cannot
butt.
repay.
Yeah.
You know, the credit card company is not going to have mercy on you.
Hi, Peter,
Hi.
this is
Yeah,
Steve. Hi,
Steve, good morning.
just my opinion, why people are spending. Based by some observations, people's, should I say, emotion is kind of unique. When the interest rate is going higher, people have a panic buying. When interest rate is going lower, people are say tomorrow could be better. Okay. And when you see the inflation is coming, they are going to have a panic buy. Because if I don't buy today, tomorrow the price is going to be higher.
Yeah, right.
That's probably explain the reason why, you know, why people are still spending. Yeah, because for me, I have something I know I will use tomorrow. I buy now. And I was so happy I purchased something, say in August. Okay. When I purchased that and I see the price right now, I say, my God, I'm happy I purchased that.
Yeah.
So some of these kind of items could be, of course, this is my observation and my opinion, could explain why the consumer is spending, and it could also, explain why, if you look at economics, why China's exporting is expanding. It's supposed to be going down, but why not? People are panic buying. And also another funny observation, you know, if I say I'm going right now, the tax rate to you is 10%, and I say I'm going to increase to 50%, and you are going to have panic. Then later on, I'll say, okay, now let's negotiate. I'll go down to 25%, and you say, oh, I'm happy. You know, so that is people's psychology. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you for sharing it, Steve. Appreciate it.
Peter, this is Rebecca. What
Hi,
about
Rebecca.
our realtor dues? Are they going up for next year? Because I have to renew in January. Do you know anything about that?
About what? I'm
The
sorry.
realtor dues, the NAR, CAR dues, the
Yeah,
board dues? Are they
yes.
going up, or is there any increase, or?
I haven't heard about any increase. I think it's
Okay,
I don't think I think it's the same. You have to call the
board?
board, yeah, to find out.
Okay, all righty.
Okay. Any more comments? No? Okay, if no more comments, I will see you next week, and you have a nice week coming
Today
your
is
way.
Rosh Hashanah, starts at sundown. The Jewish
What?
New Year starts at sundown. So happy Rosh Hashanah. A sweet and healthy new year.
Okay. All
Thank
right,
you.
John.
I am.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. Have a nice
Thank
week.
you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Have a great
Have a
week
great week.
ahead.
Take
Okay,
care.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.